All right, creators, we're actually going to add a new product to our Teachers Pay Teachers store. All right, so pretty simple. First thing you got to do, go to add new product, and this here is under the dashboard. So if you click this little store icon, go to your dashboard, it takes you to that page, and we'll click add new product. And from here, you get to decide what your product is going to be. In this particular case, I'm going to do a walkthrough of a digital download, as I have not done any of these other options. So we'll go ahead and click digital download. And it's pretty self-explanatory. You're going to put in your title. You will go to your computer and select the files that you wish to include in this particular digital download. Make sure you get all of your formatting and whatever else you need to do done before you add it to your store. You can do PDF files, image files, zip files, and it'll tell you here under the supported files as to what they offer as far as a digital download is concerned. I have not done anything with the easel activity, so I'm not too familiar with this. We're going to go ahead and skip that. And now your product previews. Now these product previews are basically what the product is. So like if you had a book, you could select files that show what the inside of the book looks like. You can do a video preview, which is basically a video upload. And if you click this little icon here, it tells you what a preview is and how it helps your buyers select your product. One of the good things I like about Teachers Pay Teachers, TPT, is that they offer an auto generate of thumbnails. So if you upload your PDF file, it will actually go through your PDF and randomly select thumbnails for you. Or down here, you have the option to upload your own thumbnails now. So if you click that, it gives you these options here. You can also do upload thumbnails later, which means it won't auto-generate your thumbnails for you, but it'll leave it blank so that you can upload them later. I always like to create my own thumbnails, so this is what I would do. And I believe the proper dimensions is a 1-to-1 ratio, so make sure that your image files for your product are at least, I'd say, 1080 by 1080 or 1024 by 1024, whatever you're familiar with. You can go to Canva and create something very easily. Here's where you put your product description. Make sure it is keyword rich. You don't want anything that's left to the imagination, so be very specific about what your product is. And of course, down here we have the pricing. So if this is a free resource, you click this and you don't have to worry about any of this good stuff down here. I do not have multiple licenses, and I do not do any bundle discounts currently. So what you would do is if you had a PDF file, right, from some site words or something, you could upload your PDF file, price it accordingly. You put the price in here. And if you are in a tax collection area, you can select your tax code here. And to be honest with you, I think this is a requirement anyway. So if you have a digital product, you can put in other digital goods, no physical media. But if you're doing digital audio and things like that, you have to select the proper rights for the end user here. Down here, you can select your categories. As you can see, you can select more than one. And your subject area, this is required. So you can pick up to 3. So if you're doing sight words, you can go down to English, you can go down to whatever fits your particular category, right? So there's quite a few. And then you also have to do tags. So like if it's for parents, you put parents. If it's homeschool, if it's in Spanish, you got plenty of options here, but you do need to pick at least one. And your formats. You can select what kind of format it is. If it's audio, digital, you can do other digital. If it's an ebook, whatever you want. you can select here. Now, these options are not the only options for your digital downloads, but you can pick and choose as you see fit. So if I was uploading a PDF worksheet, I would put a PDF here. And going back up to the top, this for some reason is grayed out for me, so I do not know what custom categories are. And then if you have education standards and things like that, they're automatically put in. So it looks like Virginia has an SOL, so standards of learning. Texas has the TEX. And there's Common Core state standards. You have the option to do durations. If it's a teaching video or something like that, there's answer keys, number of slides or pages. And then here you have to attest to you owning the copyright material. And at the bottom, you got to make sure that this make listing active is checked. And that means that once you hit submit, it is automatically live. So you also read here that when you activate a listing for the first time, your followers will receive an email if they opted in. So they have the option to follow you on TPT. And if they follow you, they have the option to see when you release new products, which I think is pretty cool because it's built-in marketing. And when you hit submit, you're good to go. And like it says here, it could take up to an hour for your listing to be live. But overall, it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple. And it's a good way to get your educational material out there. Do not flood TPT with things that are not related to education. Because I believe in the terms of service, it is dedicated to a learning experience. So keep that in mind when you're uploading your digital products. It is not a place like Amazon where you can just go upload whatever you want and flood the market and hope to get sales. You actually have to be pretty targeted in the education niche to make any sales on TPT. So I will keep you updated as far as how my sales go. I'm not going to push any kind of ads or anything on TPT. I just want to see if there's any kind of organic growth with my materials. And if there is, I will make more videos showing you that progress. All right, on to the next.